reached the Hard Drive Doctor. I'm currently either on the phone with another customer or out of cell phone reach. Please leave your name, number, and the time you called, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much.
Some days I help people with their websites, their computers, and other days I shut off my phone for a while. Get out, make some baskets, go out in the woods, and do that. You have to know, without the people who pounded the ash, there would be no baskets. Might as well put boots on, because you may end up going through the bush and run into some swamp water. When I first found this grove of ash trees, they were alive, they were vibrant, the birds were singing, the breeze was blowing. It was just a beautiful place. One day I went down to that ash grove because I wanted to go select a tree. I came up over the rise and that entire grove was flooded in 3 feet of water, and the leaves on the trees weren't coming out like they should be because they were already dying off because they were submerged in water. I saw the beavers were living there, and I knew that that grove was destined to be a wasteland. It's terrible for a native person to see an entire ash grove like that dead. You know, every time I start thinking of the dead grove of trees, I remind myself there's another grove over here that isn't devastated. So there's hope for future generations. And that's what we look towards as a native person. We look towards hope for the future, especially for our children. So when you go out in the bush and you find a decent looking tree, make sure it doesn't have broken branches, a lot of bumps. It has to be fairly straight for at least 6 or 8 feet in length and at least 8 inches in diameter, up to 14 or 20 inches. And when you find a tree that looks good, feels good, smells good, and you decide you want to take it, you take a look around and you pick the second best tree. That's the one that's good enough for you. The reason you leave that first tree alone is as an example of what a good tree looks like for future generations. If I was to take this tree, what I do is offer some tobacco, have a ceremony, ask for forgiveness for killing this tree, and then we cut it, back cut it, drop the tree, measure out how far of a log I wanted, and then take it out of here, and that's when I'd start pounding. Boom, 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 boom. It's steady. You won't hear me going faster or slower, faster, slower. It's always the same. There's no cheating, there are no shortcuts. The only thing there is just steady work, and you have to be constant and consistent. You have to make sure that you're pulling off these strips cleanly. If one of them starts to catch, it doesn't appear to want to just come off, you stop, you feel it, and you make sure that if it's stuck on a knot or something of that nature, you tap it lightly to loosen it. What I'm doing with each splint is I'm measuring it in my mind. What type of basket will this become? I always try to put my best foot forward and really stay on it and do the very best that I can do, because I use that opportunity to improve myself and to improve my technique. That is the reason why the material looks so good. Under, over, under, over, under, over, and keep repeating that. And if you can do that, you can make a basket. Make sure that your uprights are straight. And as you round the corner, make sure those corners are spaced out properly, and check for variances each and every row. It's a goal to be able to go from beginning to end, from the tree all the way to the final product with an axe, a sledgehammer, and a pocket knife. And to know that I did the whole thing. And it's not so much a matter of pride. It's an honor for me to make a basket.